I think I started when I was like 8.
Yeah.
Right? And I was awful. I was awful. I was pretty bad.
I agree with that statement.
I think Dad was scared I was going to get hurt. Like, it was bad.
Damn.
Legit worry about just, she was scared of the ball. So I was like, don't throw it to her. She's going to catch it with her face.
I couldn't tell you somebody that pushes me harder than him, and sometimes I want to punch you in the face. There's sometimes, but I know it's out of love.
Then it works.
Me too. Hey, me too, sister. Me too.
I mean, yeah, there's a little pressure. There is definitely to live up to the one and only CEO, Rene, obviously.
When you were a young kid, it became really important to me to try to understand the mind and understand how being a good father is. So I really dove into that. So my entire goal is just to try to unlock your mind to help you reach your potential is all that it is.
All right, man. Legacy Lounge. Sometimes people want to talk.
We have an incredible guest here.
What's up, brother?
The definition of the Legacy Lounge is the stuff that he's putting together. He's a great community leader. His story is amazing.
All right. Welcome back. And if you can't tell already, I'm extremely excited about episode 40. We have a guest today. It's our first high school athlete, right?
And it's the best athlete in the Jacques household.
You might be right at this time, so we'll see. But she's recently committed to Concordia University down in Irvine for softball. She's a softball star, an incredible athlete, and my favorite young lady in the world, Alexandra Soleil Jacques.
Oh, whole name.
The whole name. Welcome to the lounge.
Glad to be here.
I mean, Trey was here. Trey was the first Jacques in the family.
He was.
That was here.
He was.
But man,
he kind of strong-armed me to come, though. You know what I'm saying? He kept, when I'm going to be on the show. I'm like, man, calm down, 9-year-old.
And he was kind of disrespectful, too.
He talked smack to me the whole time. I'm hoping this goes a little bit better than that, because we're actually friends. I'm not sure if me and Trey are friends,
Yeah.
That's great.
Man, welcome to the show, though, Lex. This is our first high school athlete and first committed athlete that we've brought on here. And your story of perseverance is pretty amazing. You just committed, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? I guess it was November when you got the offer, huh?
Yeah.
So a little bit longer than that.
Yeah.
You had your signing party a couple weeks ago. Can we start there on the signing party at your school? Tell me about that day.
Oh, that was a fun day. Goodness, I got to sign with my 2 best friends, Anissa Ledig and Michaela. I call her Grizz. Go by Grizz. She committed to Chico State for soccer, and then Anissa was San Francisco State for softball as well. So that was absolutely amazing to sign with them. Literally just a fun day, all about us, just to celebrate us. It was really fun, actually.
Where's that? So this all happened at school?
Yeah, at Inderkum.
Nice.
It was during lunch, and they have 2 lunch periods. So there was like waves of people coming and being able to see it. And, as a dad, just, watching from afar and, her face lit up, it's pretty dope, man.
So take us through it. I mean, like what sparked your love for softball? How old were you? When did that all happen?
I think I started when I was like 8.
Yeah.
Right? And I was awful. I was awful. I was pretty bad.
I agree with that statement.
I think Dad was scared I was going to get hurt. Like, it was bad.
Damn.
Legit worry about just, she was scared of the ball. So I was like, don't throw it to her. She's going to catch it with her face.
Yeah, that was bad. But then, I don't know. I think I just kept going. I don't know. I don't remember the really early years that much. I just remember playing with Lady Gators. I mean, I made some longtime best friends, like Sam and even like Anissa and Bella and like everybody like that. Like I grew up with them, and it was it was awesome. We had Lady Gators. I remember that was like our whole childhood.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we started travel ball at like 11, 12.
I think you were younger than that. I think you might have been 10 at the time when we first started. When they first started Lady Gators, but it was basically the North Natomas Little League All-Star team.
Yeah.
Started a little travel ball team.
Yeah.
So you weren't playing other sports, or was it just softball that you were playing?
I think for a little bit I was playing basketball.
Playing basketball in the winter.
Dad went 0 for 3 with his kids. None of us.
Listen, I feel like I went 3 for 3 with the kids. They don't need them problems in their life. You know, being a daughter or a son of somebody who is as fanatic for basketball is probably the safest thing in the world. So,
Love it.
Yeah, so I played a little basketball growing up, a little point guard, a little small though. So
it was
I didn't
all
keep with
softball.
it.
It was
it was mostly all. I mean, it took all all the time. It's all year round, really. You only really get like December off, but that wasn't a problem because I was with my best friends all the time. It was a lot of fun. So I've been doing that since I was like 12, and haven't looked back.
When do you think that you were like, man, I think I'm kind of good at this? Like, when did that happen
great question.
in your mind?
This is crazy. I think literally I vividly remember this. This was, I think it was the first time I played 12U with, I played with the older girls.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was like always 10s, but I played up with like Sam and Bella because they're always 2 years older than me. So I think this is my first time playing 12s. And I think I went like 10 for 12 that weekend. And I was like, damn, I can really hang with these girls. Like, I can do this. I think I have like a little like plaque up and everything. Like, remembered that weekend because I was like, damn, like I can really hang with these girls.
Dope.
That's cool
dope.
that stands
Yeah.
out because it really was. It was just like, oh, you're just up there helping. It's like, oh shit, she's balling.
Yeah.
Because it really was like, oh, like you want to come up and like just kind of help. And I was like, oh, I actually did pretty well.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
And
man.
what's it like for you, man? Like, I mean, you've been here from. I mean, you've seen the whole journey, the evolution.
Mm-hmm.
I've commented to your dad. I'm like, you're hella calm. I've only seen you play once, but that was a very important game that I got to witness.
Do you know what game he was at?
I don't.
She was so locked in, she forgot.
Was that the San Joaquin?
It was the championship game.
Championship
SX
game.
State.
Yep.
Ooh, that one
that
hurt.
game
That was a heartbreaker.
That one hurts.
That one hurts.
I had no clue what I was like coming into. I was like, we're gonna watch some softball. I was like, holy shit, this was some real competitive, crazy shit.
That was a
I got to
badass
witness.
That was one of the best and worst ending, but it was honestly one of the best games I've ever played in. That was like the real test to everything. Like it was all like the mental preparation, all the work, all of it went to that moment right there. And no, it didn't have the outcome, but I mean, I would not take that back because that emotions, that pressure, all of it is, I feel like, the big test. And I feel like I did pretty well.
Yeah,
In the end of that, like I handled it pretty well.
for sure.
So.
Yeah, and I don't want to even understate that. I mean, it's not like it was just the outcome wasn't what it was. You guys should have won the game without a doubt.
Yeah.
And bottom of the last inning, giving it up. You know, a couple unfortunate plays, an error that did it. So getting it ripped from you at the end. So it wasn't like I prepared for this and I didn't play well. You guys had the game in hand, and losing it at the end is something that sticks with you, and I'm sure for the rest of your life.
It was the coach's fault. But we're gonna. Well, I'm just saying he made a couple of shakes.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was
kidding. I'm just
He's
kidding.
I
never
was
seen
kidding.
a softball game.
I'm
No, it's
just
all
kidding.
good.
Look,
He's just messing with you.
look, Lex, here's the thing. You're going to college, so it doesn't matter what I say about your high school coach, all right? Let's just get that straight right now. Secondly,
She's still in high school. She's still in
I'm going to go on record and just say I'm just kidding, all right? What's it like living with this dude right here? Because I feel like your dad, you know, everyone that sees him, I would say, would probably say the same thing, that just a great father. Would you say that you're probably pushed a little harder than most kids that you know? Or, you know, talk about just the relationship with you and your dad.
I mean, I have to say, he's the one that pushes me to be where I am today. He's why, like I couldn't tell you somebody that pushes me harder than him, and sometimes I want to punch you in the face. There's sometimes, but I know it's out of love.
Then it works.
Me too. Hey, me too, sister. Me too.
Yeah.
You're not the only one.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, seriously, like I'm truly blessed. Like I from planning to food to just everything. Like I seriously, like I take a lot of things, even though I don't admit it. I take a lot of the lessons. I really think about it. I'm like, okay, he's kind of right. So I mean, yeah.
I always say, because I'm always try to just spit factual statements, whether you like it or not. And I'm like,
seriously.
man, if you don't want the truth, don't be around me.
Yeah, seriously.
Wait, so are
Seriously.
you doing like pre-made meals and stuff? Like what?
He does do that in that, yeah.
Okay, so
I mean, not all the time, but yeah.
so are
mostly.
you like not like are you like eating high school lunches or are you like?
Yeah, I still do. I eat the salads because we have a whole salad bar at Inderkum, so I like their salad bars. But I mean, we have so much at home though. Like I definitely bring like a lot of snacks because we have a lot of like protein and all that. Like we take it very serious, the protein intake. Trying to build a little
That's
bit.
it. Just little baby steps.
Just
Yeah.
Like we don't have to have a whole outline on stuff, but to build and to be fueled correctly. And I mean, the game is such a mental game. If you don't fuel yourself right, then it's a reaction. You only got this much to react. The brain and fueling the body is the foundation of it. So, like I wish I learned it younger. They get the cheat sheet,
Walk us through like just kind of like what a week looks like. You playing softball. I want to know about like what time are you waking up? What are you doing? Like what's a week look like for you?
Okay. So I think I wake up. Okay, so I'm a senior, so my schedule's like a little bit different than mostly. So my first class starts at 9 when so it's a little later. So I usually wake up around like 6:50. Probably I set the alarm for 6:50. Get up at 7.
Oh, she's definitely the last one up and out of
Yeah,
the house.
I am
huh?
the last one. And then I eat, get ready, all that, and then I go to the gym around 8. So I have like a 45 minutes to be at the gym where I get I do my warm up, I do cardio, and then I do my stretch, and then I do like the workout. And then I go in my workout. I go to usually Planet Fitness and whatever, and then I go change there, and then I go to school because my school is literally 2 minutes from the gym. So, and then I go to school. I have my ARC class, so because I take college classes because of the program I'm in.
Yep.
I do that in the morning from 9 to 10:20, and then I have school at like 10:30 for regular Inderkum.
High school doesn't start till 10:30?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
For her, yeah.
For me, yeah.
Nice.
I know it's great, especially on Fridays when I don't have ARC. Just gotta go to school at 10:30. It's great. But yeah, and then after that, get out of school at 3:30. And then recently, I've been coaching a Little League team. So I was the head coach there, which was a lot. I was not expecting that. It was 8U, so it was like a really new environment for me. So recently, I've had practices on Mondays for them for an hour, and then I'd stay after with my teammate who helps me out with them, and then I'd practice there. So I get home around, that's from like 4 to like 6. Because that's like an hour for them and then an hour for me that I work out. I'd say the same schedule usually all day, each day. And then, I'd say Tuesdays I have our practice. We usually go hit. Wednesdays I have Inderkum practice for high school because we do our fall league. So we had either games or practices. Thursday, I'd have Little League. No, not Little League. I think Thursday we'd practice, and then Fridays was the Little League games, and then weekends I'd always have some type of either great vets practice or travel ball practice or travel ball tournaments.
Full schedule, man.
Full, yeah.
Little League is like softball?
Yeah, Little League softball.
Okay.
Yeah.
For girls, obviously.
Yeah, for girls.
And so and you're coaching in that?
Yeah, that tested me a lot. I didn't realize how impatient kids are. They have a quick attention span. But yeah, I started that. It was interesting. It was like I had to break down each thing like to teach them. It's weird because it like comes so natural for us. It's like totally different to teach kids than, you know, just like,
teaching's a whole different.
It's like a whole different thing. So it was actually really cool because I got to like really break down things and I had to really explain it. So it was like, it even taught myself, you know? So it was like really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a cool experience to do. So.
I love it.
Yeah, the teaching part is you know, you really don't master anything unless you can teach it and teach it at a high level. So it's dope.
Yeah.
100%. What kind of setbacks, like looking back, like we'll call it the last 4 years specifically of just playing softball in high school, were there any setbacks that you had to endure at all?
I'd say the first thing that comes to mind is I had a couple coaches that definitely doubted me. And that definitely was a huge part of my mental game where I'm at now, because I had to mentally overcome that. I had to prove it to I had to find the confidence in myself that their opinion didn't matter. It was, you know, so I had to find that confidence in me. That was a huge setback. I mean, I remember literally like, it was rough. I would like come after games and just cry and just be like, oh, I don't know if this is for me. I mean, I was even gonna quit my sophomore year. I was done. I was like, I can't do this anymore. And the man that pushed me the most got me here. He was like, you know, he would never force me to do anything. That definitely wasn't it. But he's like, hey, like, let's just play high school. Let's just play your last year with Sam and all the seniors and, you know, push through it. Like, just this, you know, because you couldn't get that time back. And I was like, okay. And then that's when I fell in love with softball again. That was the sophomore year where we made it to the championship. Oh. I found that spark again in me because I gained that confidence. And ever since my sophomore year, I've had that confidence, that fire in me. So,
So like you're saying, like, was it because you weren't starting, or like, like walk me through like the challenges that you're talking about specifically?
Yeah, definitely. My coaches didn't start me. They were, I'd say like, the way he projected things, he was, what am I trying to say? Like he
didn't miss an opportunity to talk shit to anybody on the field at all times, man.
That's what it was.
That's exactly what it was.
Hey. Yeah, it's just how I would say I was young-minded. I definitely took everything to heart. I didn't feel like I was wanted. I didn't feel like I had it. I didn't have that confidence in me yet. So I just was like, damn, like I just suck. You know what I'm saying? And I just hated feeling that way. And instead of the mindset I have now, instead of just like, oh, I'm going to show you, I'm better than that. And I'm going to, you know, I was like, oh, I should just quit. Like I suck. Everybody's yelling at me. Like all the time he would just yell. And I was just like, oh my God, it was awful.
Was this your high school coach?
No, this is one of my travel coaches.
Yeah, it's crazy. And from the outside looking in, I've played for plenty of yeller coaches, you know? So once you get used to that stuff, you don't take it to heart.
Yeah.
Because you know, you can just see that, again, just couldn't miss an opportunity to talk some smack. And it was equal opportunity out there. It bothers some more than others and everything like that. But, you know, what would our conversations like leaving it is, you know, regardless of what's said out there, worrying about what you can control, being so dialed in if you only get one at bat, like things like that to concentrate on. I've said it over and over again for anybody around, and I repeat it all the time because it's never about the sport. It's about it's a great way to teach life, right?
Yep.
And when you have people that are around that are positive, negative, whatever the case may be, they still can't affect what your own mind is thinking and what you're pushing through. And for me, I don't think you can appreciate the getting over the hump and being successful and the hard work without going through something like that. So it was necessary when looked at the correct way.
Oh, it really was. That's who I am today. Like the confidence I have, the why I work so hard, the chip on my, that's all because of it. And it sucked in the moment. It really did. But I really would not take it back because I learned to be so dialed in, and I just brought me to where I am.
I love that. feel like we need that, you know what I'm saying? Like having that early on too is it's helpful because the world will just kind of like it'll eat you up.
It will. Life. Hey, the cool part about it, do I put a lot of pressure on you guys? Yes, but in my own eyes, I'm not letting you deviate from the goals that you've said to me. Yeah. Once you've revealed to me what your plan is and everything like that, I'm the same way with you. We got goals meetings all the time.
Yep.
And what do? I harp on when you start to say a few things that allow you to deviate from what the goal is. I'm constantly gonna just always be the friend that doesn't let you deviate from what you say that you want to do. And that's all I did with you. Yeah. It's nothing other than that. So yeah, is there pressure? If you got an issue with, I'm always positive. I'll get on you for when you're messing up on your own stuff. But if you got an issue with my pressure, life's gonna eat you up. I'm only preparing you for what life is. It's gonna be way worse, you know? Like shit. So the person that holds you to a standard and loves you to death and doesn't let you self-talk yourself out of stuff, man, that ain't pressure, in my opinion. That's getting you ready.
I love it. Man, your pops, man, like we kind of touched on it, but I want to just kind of know a little dig deeper. Just, I feel like you guys have like a pretty cool relationship. You guys are like, sure. I know that's your dad, but I kind of feel like you guys are homies first. So, I mean, getting to just live that life, how special is it that you got pops that's just the homie?
Seriously. I mean...
Sorry.
Seriously.
I'm trying to make, hey, here's the thing, Lex.
No, you're good.
Hey, this is not going to be a productive podcast unless he cries a little bit. So I'm going to do my best to just get at least one tear because I've never seen him cry.
Yeah.
I only cry for happy things. I don't really cry for sad things. You know, real talk.
Man, I mean, you're legit. Like I'm very lucky. Like I have not only a dad, but I have somebody I can talk to. This guy's been through a lot of it. He has so much, so much knowledge, so much, I go to him about, honestly, mostly anything. I mean, he's just like, fucking knowledge. Just everything. He just hands it. Just kidding. But seriously, I mean, he's the one that really teaches me, like, hard work and, dedication. And he's my role model. Like he has shown me, like, even though he thinks I don't know, like through the struggles, through everything, like he is the one that, showed me firsthand how to do it. Like,
That's super cool. And Chris, I'll say this out loud. The majority of people think discipline means that you don't, like, it takes stuff away from you that you can't enjoy. You've seen it firsthand. I'm a big ass kid. And I'm never going to grow up. Like, I've always been a responsible kid, and until I'm 100 years old, I'm still going to be a responsible kid. It's opposite, though, man. Discipline gives you more freedom.
Yeah.
It gives you more freedom. I enjoy the bad meals that make everybody else fat more than everybody else. I do all that shit. It's because the discipline frees me up to do it. I appreciate all those things so much. So, I just want to show that because it's not, I'm hard on them because I hold them to a standard, but it's to free them up later. It's always the bigger picture. It's never about, hey, she ain't making no money playing softball. Ain't no MLB for softball. It's all about in preparation for life to start to value the friends and people who bring the best out of you and everything like that. And the discipline is the key to freeing it up. We talked about it on the way over here. I think the biggest scam in life is trading time for money. In other words, work, right? Putting in all this work for these big corporations, retire at 60-something when your life is almost done. So, I mean, I got to show them the way, and I'm not there. But if I would have had some of those things when I was young that they're getting now, like you're doing stuff now, Lex, that took me until I was damn near 40 to understand. So there's a why behind everything that I do. And although it doesn't seem like I know how good you guys are doing sometimes, I really know that you're way ahead of schedule. So So yeah, that's the why. Discipline equals freedom, not the opposite. Everybody else thinks it's the opposite.
We have a lot of these talks, like a lot. We had it on the way here.
I mean, he's the one that just brought up the discipline. I was just like, he's the homie. How's it? I just want to make sure you understand.
But we're like I said, I'm a big old kid though. We're on the road. We know how to travel, girl.
We do know how to travel. That is my travel buddy. We get down. We know. We get the spots. Like, shoot, we got Irvine down. Like, I was so glad to commit to Irvine because we got it down there.
You know all the spots.
We know all the spots there. Like, Huntington,
man.
food. And we go do escape rooms, like, wherever we go for softball. So, like, that was, like, Colorado. We started in Colorado.
Yep.
So we've been to Colorado, Irvine, even Sac. I mean, I couldn't even tell you where we've been. Like, we do escape rooms all around. That's, like, our thing. And it's so fun.
Were you on the trip where you had I think a rental car or a Turo and somebody stole it?
Oh, yeah. That was in
Colorado.
How crazy was that?
Yeah.
We came out to go leave for her game.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah, I was like, Dad, didn't you park here? It's not there. Did a whole lap around the thing. I was like, oh.
Bro, in Colorado too? Like,
Yeah, it was awful.
that shit was crazy,
Yeah.
man. Stole the whole damn car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, can one of the family members take her to the game? I think I got to deal with some.
that's wild.
That's her.
That was
That's
crazy.
her. She's bringing me to the craziest places in the world. It's all her.
Who else in your family has been like a support system for you, like encouraging you, family or friends? It's like who would you shout out or call out that's been in your corner throughout this journey?
Oh yeah, definitely my mom. She's a big part of who I am today. I mean, she gets me through a lot too, not just in softball, but just in life in general. She's there for me. Big support system there, and I'd say a lot of my friends, like especially like Grizz, Anissa, like all them who I grew up with, Sam. They're a huge part of my journey, and just people I love to be with. They push me to be, they push me to go work out and do all the things. So,
How many of your friends are playing or committed to playing in college right now? I mean,
oh my goodness, I'd say most of our great bets girls.
crazy,
Yeah,
yeah.
most of.
The Thomas is producing some stud athletes,
Yeah,
huh?
I mean, one of my best friends from my travel ball team, Kat, or Caitlin, we call her Kat, Catwoman. She just committed UNLV.
man, big time. Let's go, Kat.
Yeah, Kat. I love Kat. My best friend Zay from Great Bets too. She's committed to CSUN. Northridge. Yeah.
Where's that at?
Down in Northridge
Yeah.
in SoCal.
SoCal,
area.
got it.
Yeah, so she won't be too far from me, which is really cool too. And then obviously you have Sam, Santa Barbara. Big time.
Sam Stoll, let's go.
Is she pitching?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
pitching. So this is sophomore season. I can't wait to see what this year looks like.
Yep. I know. Look up to her a lot too. That's been my girl since the beginning.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wild.
And just Anissa is to San Francisco. Bella was Art University.
Yeah, over in Frisco. Yep.
So I'll be playing them. You got Mia Garcia. She is East Bay. And then even Maddie. I want to shout out Maddie too. Maddie Whitney. She's been my dog since the beginning as well. Me, her, and Sam, and Anissa, and all them. She's a Lady Gator. She grew up playing softball with us, and she committed for golf actually to Dominican. Yeah,
Dominican.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So,
she really needs to come back and take time and teach Chris how to golf. That's what I think. Sam,
Man, I can take all the help I can get. But real talk, we played yesterday with your dad and your uncle, and we all shitty.
yeah,
all you guys are shitty.
we're all pretty bad.
I'm the shittiest though.
all right. Hey, you need to work on that.
He's winning in that category for sure.
I want to talk about your siblings for a minute, because I feel like I want to hear some stories about just what it's like growing up with Kai. I mean, you're the big sister.
Yeah. Oh man, growing up with him, he was a pain growing up. I've learned we are best friends now. We are really tight now, but God, he was a pain growing up. Yeah, that man, he's oh, this is on the podcast now, but
Yeah,
that
it's
man
on
is
record
truly my
now.
best friend. Like I really grown to love that man a lot. Like he's seriously.
Do you guys have conversations ever? Or?
We do. Yeah, we do. It's crazy. We'll go into each other's room randomly at night and just like the whole rant about things, and like we talk about honestly everything. Like it's weird how close we are. Like we were not close growing up. We used to argue all the time.
I mean, it's weird that he talks now,
Yeah,
like,
he was
like,
always.
yeah. I mean, I love my dog, but I wasn't sure he was going to be a communicator.
Yeah,
when
no.
Is he a pretty shy one?
He's an introvert for sure, man, which I understand inside and out. But yeah, he not. It takes a while for people to break out of their shell. So I just, he didn't communicate that much.
No, he didn't. Yeah, so no, we talk a lot. I mean, that's my dog for anything. I mean, if I want to go somewhere and I just like, hey, just come with me. Like, I don't want to go by myself. He's the person I just grab and talk to him. Even just go hit. Like it's great that he plays baseball too.
What do you think about his baseball game? What do you think about his talent?
He's gonna be great. I don't know. Everybody he's gonna be great. And I hate to say it on the podcast as well. We can maybe cut this out, but he might be better than me. Might. He might. He has a little edge on me. He has the size. He's a good size. So I did not get that. I did not get blessed with
Defender, or if you had to say defender or offensive weapon, what would you say
He's starting to be offensive, but
he bangs the ball right
He's
now.
starting to bang the ball. Like he got his new stance. He's gonna be good.
There's something about a lefty too. I love watching lefties play baseball. I don't know, it's a thing.
I agree.
He's a big Brandon Crawford guy too. So Kai, he'll text me and he'll be like, "Man, what's up, Chris? I was just thinking about you," which is like super random, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, "What's up, Kai? Love you too." He's like, my dad's kind of a nerd.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're the fly one in the relationship, but shout out to Brandon Crawford. And I'm like, "All right, dog." So yeah, big Giants fan. Are you a Giants fan as well? You're not. More like you A's. Okay, because you got the A's colors.
Yeah,
That's Concordia though, man.
It's Concordia, but it's definitely for the A's too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no Giants fans in this house. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
He's Walt Weiss all day, man.
Yeah.
Walt Weiss, I love it. What are you looking forward to? I mean, there's so much. Like, you're leaving the house.
Definitely excited and nervous at the same time to leave the house. I'm interested to see how I am going to be on my own. But I'm excited to. I'm super excited to be in Irvine. I think especially Concordia. Oh my gosh, it's like so homey there. It's everybody is welcome there. It is, and I know it's like whatever, but truly, like, we went there and everybody's just so nice. Like, everybody makes you feel so welcome. Everybody was, so I'm super excited to have my own space and stuff like that. Like,
Are you so is it a dorm? Like, are you?
Yeah, it's a dorm.
You're sharing a living space.
Yes, so it's 4 people, but it's like 2 people, and then we share a bathroom. So we share one bathroom, but you really only share like a space with one other person. But
Have you met them yet?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna room with this girl from Granite Bay. She just committed there. She played on my old travel ball team. She actually joined the team right when I left. So we have like a lot of mutual friends and stuff, and I've heard nothing but great things about her. So
Nice.
I'm excited to room with her. But I'm just excited to be in Irvine with great weather, and honestly, just be in a new environment. So like, I'm interested. The girls I met on the team are just absolutely amazing. They're super sweet. Like, they were super welcoming too. I'm just excited to be in like a new thing, like by myself, and really not to go through it, but it's like I think you prepared me very well, and I'm interested to see how I'm gonna do on my own in that type of setting, and to be able to balance school and then softball and then like outside, because I already know I'm gonna be at Disneyland all the time. I'm 15 minutes from Disneyland.
I'm surprised you didn't get a season pass for Christmas right now.
But
like,
I asked
for Disneyland.
I did ask Oma. I did ask. I'm gonna be at the beach all the time. I'm like 15 minutes from Huntington and Newport Beach, and then in the opposite direction, I'm right by Disneyland, and then I have the Spectrum Mall. I'm like, I'm set.
Living the dream.
I am living the dream.
Get up, work hard, do your work, and then go to these beautiful places. Like
Seriously.
it's incredible, you know. And that atmosphere is dope. From a father, looking at where your kid is going to take the next step at. There was a couple things that went right to the top for me. It had to me, I wanted a winning safety first, right? Irvine's one of the safest cities in the entire country. Then you have this little bubble in the middle of Irvine, gated community and everything like that. So safety is there, zero issue, probably the safest place around. But then I wanted her to be part of a winning culture. This team has won consistently. This like 6 years in a row, winning their conference, hosted the Western region of the D2 World Series. The coach has been there. The coaching staff being established was a big thing for me. I, in college, was part of kind of the turmoil of coaches coming and going. Man, it makes a difference, you know? So everything is set up for success. Now it's on her to work her tail off because you know what? Everybody else is playing for your position, you know? Like your time, your everything. It's in your control about what it is. Now you can put in all this work and still not get the result that you want. That still doesn't mean nothing. You still do it, right? But at the same time, to be able to do it in paradise and be around like-minded girls who are all pushing themselves as well is dope. It's dope.
When you went to college, Sac State,
Yep.
your first year, were you a starter?
Yes, I was a starter. I was there with my best friend, Nate Marase. And Nate was the freshman of the year in the conference. I finished number 2 in the voting to him. So we were the best 2 freshmen in the conference, period. So I started as a freshman, which is crazy. You know, yes, I get to say D1. We had just got D1. That was the second year of being Division I, and we lost a ton. So that sounds cool, right? Losing sucks, man.
Yeah.
Not being around people that are committed to doing whatever it takes to win sucks. That's why I wanted what I wanted for you, because you haven't seen the other side of that. You don't know nothing about losing for real, for real. We lost for real, for real.
So what's that like? So you're coming into this like, are you going to be fighting for a starting spot? Like, what does that look like? Is the competition? Are you expecting the competition's going to be even a level higher than what you've been used to?
For sure. Yeah, I think by the time I get there, there's going to be 3 freshman catchers. And I'm pretty sure that's maybe one other utility that can catch that are older, but it's mostly us 3 freshmen, I think. So, yeah, fighting from the spot for my spot from the beginning. And I'm actually glad too, because it's like I'm fighting against people, you know, all the freshmen. So it's like, oh yeah, I get to mark my territory from the beginning instead of having to, you know.
That's a huge opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Like, and if you have some established junior or senior, you know, then you're still going to work the same, but they're slotted in.
Yeah,
It's wide open right now, you know?
So, which is really, really exciting too. And I met the other girls too, and super sweet. Like I'm super excited.
Lex, I'm not trying to have you be friends with these girls.
Whatever, boo, man. She's taught correctly, man. They got to bring everybody up. You are a terrible teammate, Chris. You are. See, man, you can't hang. That's why I don't let you hang around him, Lex.
You're talking to a starting center from Rio Casadero, all right? That's a continuation high school. So there's differences.
I'm really impressed.
Hey, Lexi's like, I knew that he was weird.
Yeah. Oh, I did. Yeah.
Oh, man. That's great. That is great.
Let's keep this moving. I got some notes. All right. Reflecting on your journey. So when you think back to the 8-year-old version of yourself, what would you say to her about everything you've accomplished and the obstacles you've overcome?
That's a great question. Wow. I think I would tell her, honestly, a lot of what you told me. It's not, and it really isn't about softball too. I think that's like the big thing. Like it's not even about the sport. It teaches you like so much about life. It brings, you know, I just say keep going. Like it brought me my best friends in life. It brought me family for one, but it just brought me these lessons of not only hard work and dedication and all that, but it just discipline. It taught me weakness. It's taught me to overcome things, and that's a huge thing in life that I know I will carry, because when things get hard, I know not to just quit like I almost did my sophomore year, you know? Mm-hmm. Like I know to work hard and, get to that point. Like, so.
So if 8-year-old Lexy was sitting right there.
I don't know.
Tell her something.
I would tell her just, God, this is a good question. I don't know. I would tell her, I'd say, honestly, take everything in. I'd say, don't quit. Take everything in and what was that one? Might have to cut this one up. Sorry. I'm like, oh, this is a good question. It's obviously don't quit. This is good. Trying to think of something like really good that you told me that I've.
If it comes to you, you can go back to it.
Yeah, I know. I might have to come back to this one.
I sparked another question. This is a good one.
Oh, good.
Did you ever feel pressure to live up to certain standards in your household?
I'd say, yeah, there's a little pressure. There is definitely to live up to the one and only CEO, Rene, obviously. Like,
ooh, I want to stay right there.
Yeah, this guy does everything. There's obviously a lot of pressure to live up to that, but at the same time, I feel like, I talked to him a lot about this. Like, I've grown this confidence to where I'm like, what happened, what will come will. Like, I'll work hard, and, the things that are meant to be will. So I wasn't really stressed, like, even for college stuff, I wasn't really stressing off of, oh my God, I have to commit. I have to, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't stressing off that, because what is stress going to do about it?
Yeah.
Stressing is only going to make it worse. Like, if I'm stressing, like, oh my God, this college coach is here, like, I'm not going to play my best if I'm stressed, So I'm just like, oh, like, I'm going to attract who I'm going to attract. Like, they have to fall in love with my game and for who I am. So I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So I haven't really been super stressed to live up to it, because I know I will end up where I'm meant to be, and I know my hard work will speak for itself. So I know I will be where I'm supposed to be. So yes, it's stressful, but
so overall, you're not like,
I'm not,
super stressed out, and I gotta like make my dad proud, or
No, I definitely do. I definitely want to make him proud, and but I don't stress off it that much, because stressing isn't going to do anything.
And I hope all three of them, last thing I want is them to be thinking about me in the stands.
Yeah.
During the game, there's rare times that I even communicate. And if I do, it's like something that your hitting coach said that I'm reminding you about, all the work is done in the background. That's been part of my favorite part of this whole time, like at your signing party. I'm not sure if you noticed, like I really stepped into the background. Like, I took some pictures with her because we're supposed to and everything like that. But I don't care if anybody even sees me on that. It's you. You know what I'm saying? It's your time. So I hope there's no pressure to live up. Who gives a fuck what I did before this? This is you building your legacy. I said that right? Where we are. This is you building your own stuff. It doesn't validate me or anything like that. But I will say this: when you were a young kid, it became really important to me to try to understand the mind and understand how being a good father is. So I really dove into that. So my entire goal is just to try to unlock your mind to help you reach your potential, is all that it is. The wins and losses is just a result of what you've put into it. So you can see what's working, what's not. Have you put all the effort in and everything like that? Living with regret sucks. So I haven't given you the leeway to let yourself down.
Yeah.
Not me. Who gives a fuck about me?
Yeah.
Don't to not let yourself down.
Yeah.
You know?
What position do you play? Let's dive into that.
Catcher.
And how, like, so has it always been catcher?
No, I started off as a shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was my territory. Mm-hmm. And I had to come over this diving. I couldn't, for the longest time, I had this mental block of diving. I couldn't be a shortstop without diving.
Yeah.
So that was. Yeah.
You could not
Younger.
dive. That
I don't
shit
know.
was wild.
It was really
man,
bad.
We should interview Gary
I would
Stoll
just-
to have him tell this story.
Oh, yeah, it was bad. I mean, we had a whole practice dedicated to me to dive. I had to, it was awful.
It's a mental block.
It was a mental block, seriously. But we needed, I was a shortstop and I was a pitcher too. I pitched for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think, was that 7th grade, 8th grade? 8th grade is when I started catching.
I think so. Do you remember when it started?
I know I was on All-American. It was I first went to All-American. I think it was for Gary. It was All-American Sports Academy. It was not.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't Stoll.
Escobar.
Escobar was the first time I caught.
You caught randomly, but it was, who's that? Is that Kelsey's dad?
It was Kelsey's dad.
So Kelsey is her friend. She's committed to Florida Atlantic, FAU, I think. Florida Gulf Coast is what she is. Her dad caught in college at Santa Rosa.
I don't remember college.
But he was a catcher. I remember this.
It does ring a bell now.
He brought you back. You doing some stuff, and I'm always there. I'm always watching. He comes up to me after like the second time he had you doing drills. He was like, "Man, I really think she has a ton of talent that back there. I really think that she could be a good catcher. Are you cool with me working with her back there?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, coach, whatever you need and everything." And he was like, "Cool." And then he walks away, turns around, and I turn around. And I was like, "But she ain't gonna be no fucking catcher." That's literally what I thought. Yeah. Man, I've never been more wrong in my life about that. And thank you so much to Coach for seeing that in you and to becoming a college catcher is absolutely wild to me. I had no faith that was going to be it. Not that you couldn't do it, but didn't even make no sense in my brain that you would be a catcher. You're small, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that does. Because I started randomly catching because Sam needed a catcher for Stoll.
Yep,
so
correct.
I randomly was doing it there, but like not my thing. And then, yes, when I went on Escobar, he full on was like, yeah, you're going to be good.
How cool is that, man?
It was crazy.
I would say the only reason why I think I'm halfway smart is that I full on understand that I don't know shit about shit. So when somebody who knows way more says anything, I can have my opinion on it, but I'm never going to block it. And that's the exact reason why. Because when somebody, that was his sport. He lived and died behind the plate. And when somebody like that sees something in somebody else, it's just like, wow.
Now
like,
she's
going
to college.
Yeah.
She's an exceptional catcher. I believe, I'll put this on record, I fully believe so many schools missed the boat on this girl. She's an exceptional catcher, and the travel ball is such a unique thing. You get such a short amount of time to show a coach what you can do out there, and when you're on a travel team with 3 catchers, you only catch every 3rd game, right? But she walks on the field, doesn't check the box on size, so they're like, You gotta, but everybody that watches her, all of her teammates, the friends that you have, and their parents that are well into sports, the amount of people that are like, fuck, that's the type of player every fucking team needs, and blah blah blah. When you see these ex-athletes talking about that with her, I know they missed a boat, but she is going to where she's supposed to be, and it's national championship or bust for you, right? That's a dope thing.
Seriously.
Can you imagine that? Like, man.
That coaching staff is national championship or bust, and they just got a girl who's going to give everything she has for them to get there. That's dope.
So throwing a runner out, hitting a bomb, what's like the thing when you're playing that brings you the level through the roof of happiness? Like, what is it for you? Is it all of the above? Is it defense, offense? What is it?
Oh, that's a great question. I mean, obviously, when I hit a home run, it's like, yeah, I'm small, but I can do it.
Have you ever hit a home run in the game, Chris?
Never.
Probably not. Yeah.
I've hit a
Me either.
I've hit a triple.
Me either.
Yeah.
This girl's hitting bombs and stomping on the plate. I'm like, yeah, go Lex. And in my head, I'm like, I don't even know what that feels like, man. She is
Yeah.
way stronger than
Yeah. I mean, that seriously is one of the best feelings. Like, even this past year, I mean, thank God I got my confidence that I do, because I mean, I went crazy my junior year for high school. I mean, I had I think I had 5 home runs. I would have had more.
Oh, yeah.
I would have had more. There was a couple like wind. Oh, it was crazy. But 5, which was really cool. Like it was really cool. It's
awesome.
really cool to show people like what I'm really capable of. Like because the size is over. Like I'm overseen a lot by a lot of people, and it's really cool to. It's really cool to be like, yeah. But so yeah, obviously hitting home runs. Definitely throwing people out. I love doing that. I love when people get on base, and I love to see them try. I love it.
Oh man,
She would
I
shoot
love
you,
it.
Chris. She would shoot
just
you.
a can-
Yeah,
You got a cannon.
yeah, I know. So I definitely, I as a catcher too, I love being in that power. I love being in every play. I love controlling the field. Just every part of it. And maybe all the above. Just the thrill I get back there. Like I do truly love it.
Are there any athletes that you follow, look up to at all that you would that you can be like, man, that is an athlete that I just admire or respect? Or do you just kind of stay in your own little box, your own lane?
A little bit of that, but I mean, like, especially like people like my catching coach, Jenny Toppings. She's amazing, absolutely amazing. I mean, she not only like breaks down catching itself, but she breaks down the mind while you're doing it too, which is really cool. Like I've never like really worked with somebody like that. Like usually just reps, but no, she's like not only reps like catching wise, but reps up here, which was really cool. So I definitely look up a lot to her, and she just got a job assistant coach at Fullerton,
at
like
Fullerton.
which is really cool. So
Yeah, they're a
good for
powerhouse.
her.
They're really good.
So yeah, her kind of stay in my own box.
Chris, did you know that she played baseball as well when she was younger?
Oh my goodness.
Like with boys?
With boys.
I did not know that.
I did.
I definitely want to hear and make sure that's on record.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about that year.
Oh, the year where I absolutely embarrassed the boys? Yeah, I will tell you about that. That year, that was 12U?
Was
12U?
Little League, so
Yeah, it was
majors
Little
at
League.
12, where you can make it to the Little League World Series. That's her age at the
Yeah,
time.
that's
Were you
funny.
playing catcher?
No, I was a pitcher. I threw harder than everybody.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Going from a big softball to a baseball, those boys had no chance. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, that was a fun year. I mean, I still have my good friend, Travis Outing. I played with him that year, and then played with Kai, Jacob, JoJo.
Yeah, JoJo was on that team.
A couple other ones, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. I mean, there's still talks like, ooh, that girl threw hell hard. That girl.
So was it?
I mean,
like,
I was.
Is it the same nervous? Like my big thing is, like why I didn't really enjoy playing baseball was I was just scared to get hit by a pitch.
Oh,
That's not.
I definitely made a lot of kids very scared.
But what about you hitting? When
Oh,
you're,
no.
You're,
No. I mean, you ingrained that into me. I literally vividly remember this. I was scared to get hit with the ball and stuff like that, especially catching. I was scared to like block. We get these softballs and you just throw them at me. Just full on, no, you're not scared of the ball. I was afraid to get hit anymore.
I definitely got to talking about getting hit by a ball. I got a story to share for baseball, and honestly, the kid is a teammate of Kai's at Inderkum right now, but she's 12. I think that kid was 12 as well. But Lex threw hella hard. Like we didn't even know she could pitch like overhand. She threw hella hard. So first inning, it was like the game before they started to count. So, but everybody was like so eager to see her. So she pitches just the first inning. She strikes out 4 because they dropped the strike 3. So she struck out 4 batters in the first. But the stud kid comes up. He's the number 3 hitter. And he gasses her, strikes her out. He's pissed, right? So
She strikes him out.
She strikes him out, so he's pissed. He's pitching on the other hand, so top of the first. I think she's the second or third hitter, so she gets up. When she gets up, nobody's on. First pitch, that kid drills her. So she turns in, boom, gets hit. She looks over, drops the bat, takes off her thing, starts laughing, and runs to first base.
No way.
You should see the kid's face. He's like, oh. He had just got K'd on the other side, wanting to get her back, beans her the first one, and she gets hit by a ball and laughs and jogs to first. It was like, oh shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of the ball like that.
We just were talking about you on Friday because the Gutierrezes were talking about the first time they heard about you because her nickname was Scoreboard. They had brand new scoreboards at Little League, and she hit a bomb and it hit the scoreboard.
I was the first one to hit the scoreboard. Yeah.
Wow, playing with the boys, the only girl out there, just handing it to them left and right. The North Natomas Little League hadn't won their section for like 6 or 7 years in All-Stars. She was the pitcher. Everybody comes, they win it. Everybody comes and tackles her and everything like that. So got them out of their section for the first time, this little girl. And big shout out to Gary Stoll. It wouldn't have happened without him. He was coaching her in softball and coaching the boys in baseball. So one of the other, you would have pissed one of the coaches off. Him being the coach, he would just tell her where to go because she had to miss a few things to play in the tournaments. But it wouldn't have even happened if Gary Stoll didn't put it in place.
Shout out to Gary, Uncle Gary.
Oh man, Gary, outside of your family, shit, even probably more than some family. Gary's been the biggest influence on your sports career, not with your family name. Mm-hmm. He's been your biggest fan and always believed in you, even when coaches didn't. Seriously,
he did.
You're lucky that you have that. I mean, I feel like I've been at your guys' house and get to see some of the friends that your dad hangs out with, and just having like just so many supportive people around you has got to been like a huge boost, you know?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, the future. As you head to Concordia, what are your biggest hopes for the next chapter of your softball career?
I definitely, obviously I want my starting position. I want to make it known that I'm here, right? I'm here for business. But not only that, I'm excited to just start life really life on my own. Like, I'm really excited for the future and see what it holds for me. I'm excited to make new friendships. I'm excited to even see like what I want to do with my life. Like, I know I'm going into business and marketing. I'm studying that, and I'm interested to see what really sparks me and what I'm really going to go like dive into. So I'm really interested to see like, what happens. Like, that's like super exciting for me. Like, it's a little bit nervous, but I'm honestly more excited to see where life is taking me.
Yeah.
So
just make sure you have fun.
Oh, I will.
This is gonna be some of the most incredible.
Yeah.
This is gonna just spark so much in your life. You're gonna get to have so many lessons that you get to learn on your own, and being like outside of the house, just starting your own journey. It's going to be exciting.
I know.
I've been so ready to back away for a while because I know I'm comfortable right at this moment, and I towards the end of last year, knowing that you have everything, you're equipped with everything you need going forward because you know the good, the bad, what to expect of yourself and everything like that. And now I just get to support. I don't need to be anything other than support. So I know it.
So when are you actually, when's the official I'm moving date?
I think in August next.
August of 2025. Chris, I'm quitting real estate, man. When she's gone, I'm done, man. You didn't know that.
Get a house in.
You've already quit. You know that like, I'm just telling you real quick that this is a rare thing to have a parent that just doesn't miss anything.
Yeah.
He's like, I got to go to this I mean, he's there
Yeah,
like
he is.
24/7, that's a pretty special thing.
It is.
I need your dad back in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to like, but that, kudos. That just shows how much he loves you, and not just you, but obviously Kai and little man.
Are you ready for some day trips down to Irvine? Is the question I have for you,
100%.
man.
100%.
We literally can fly down in the morning, see a game, go get some food, take the last flight back.
That's crazy.
That's how we can do it.
Lex, I need you to get that starting position. He's gonna be like the one that's like not, he's not talking. You're gonna be like the more mature one in the stands, but I'm gonna be the one waving the towel, yelling.
Waving the towel.
You might
I
get kicked
can't?
out. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But like, I don't know that man. I don't know why he's saying my name.
Oh man, there's this drunk surfer dude from Newport at our game.
That's racist.
That's so racist.
Well, why's the white guy got to be a surfer?
It fits in with Irvine. I'm sorry, that's where I went, man.
All right. Well, we are super looking forward to seeing the evolution, just to see what you're going to be doing. We're super proud of you, Rene. You got any last words for your? This is your eldest right here, man.
This is a special podcast to hear it. When we were at your official visit, because you just to hear you talk and communicate with the coach and staff, and to see how much you've grown, man, it is crazy. It's stuff that I do tear up for stuff like that. So this is fun to get a lot of this stuff on record. The first committed athlete we can put on this podcast, but regardless of how this next chapter turns out, how proud I am of you.
Thank you. Tears are coming. The tears are coming.
Let's
I
end this
love
soon.
it. Well, Lex, we love you. Go kill it. Episode 40. Now, we've had Trey in the lounge. We have Lex in the lounge. And we are all super fired up just to see your journey. So go kill it.
Oh, I will.
We out, episode 40.